Hi and welcome to another video. So this is another on-site video, and what I'm going to do in this video is I'm actually going to take you through my three-day shift. So this is, I do 3 days in a week. This is just going to be an overview of everything I do first. Just on initial patrol. So yeah, I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to talk. I'm going to name 5 of my favourite things about this job and 5 of my least favourite things about this job since I started, and then yeah, we'll discuss about that a little bit more. So on initial patrol, like I said last time, we're just looking for things that have changed, things that are different to last time. Most of this site looks exactly the same as when I left it last week, so it's just a case of just quickly checking all the normal spots and some of the vulnerable spots to see if anything has been done, or maybe even through the day today someone's done something and then they're going to come back later. Now there's not many people that would be thrilled with that, but I've had a problem with my handbrake for a while, so put it into a mechanic. He said there's something weird here but I can't figure out what it is. So the second thing I've done is I thought, well, I'll give it to Vauxhall, get them to have a look at it. They must be able to diagnose what the problem is. Anyway, I get a phone call about 2 hours later. They said we can't find anything wrong with it. The guy's taken it out on a test drive. We can't find anything wrong with your handbrake. So I said to him, well, have you tried parking it on a hill yet? Oh, maybe we'll try that. So I'm not saying a dog handler's more knowledgeable than a Vauxhall mechanic, but surely if you was doing a handbrake, the first thing you'd do is try parking a car on a hill where you need a handbrake. Now, before I got it fixed, my car would have ended up rolling down the hill. So happy with that. Happy that they actually found it in the end. Be it I had to help them, but at least they found it. And an extra bonus question in this video. In the comments below, let me know, why would I park my car like this? I would say that and that are your clues. Why would I, in the comments below, why would I park my car like that on this site? So we're a couple of hours into this shift now, and I thought I'd start with some of the things that I like and dislike. Just sitting here, passing some time, watching a bit of football. Again, I said to you, although I'm doing that, I haven't switched off because I'm sitting facing straight at the gate. Dogs are out there that will alert me if anyone is to come into sight as well. So we got it all covered in terms of not taking our eye off the sight as such. So one of the things that I've enjoyed about this job so far, and it's probably a pretty obvious one, is working with my best friend. So obviously the dog, me and him have been buddies ever since he was 12 weeks old when I got him, or 8 weeks old. Do you get dogs at 8 or 12 weeks? Whatever it is. So we've been buddies since then, and obviously we have a bond. I wouldn't say that our bond is what you would expect. So he's his own kind of person. So we are good buddies, and he will protect me over anyone else. But he does. It's not a cuddly, snuggly kind of relationship that we have. It's very much as you are with your mates. So we do stuff together, we play together, we'll do stuff outside together, but it's not a snuggly one. Even with the girlfriend, he's becoming a little bit more cuddly, but he's still my best friend, and I'd say that is one of the top things about doing this job. And like I said before, I'll be surprised someone going into this job if they wasn't a dog lover already and wanted to work with their best mate. My first dislike to this job. Now, some of my dislikes probably get seen quite petty, because I wouldn't say I've got any real dislikes to the job, but I think there maybe are some negatives that I could put out there, and people that maybe would see it as a bigger problem. Maybe it would be more of a realisation to what this job is. But my first dislike to this job is some of the people that do it. Obviously, in every job you have people that are better than others, and people that put themselves at better standards than others. But what I've kind of found through some of this is that the lack of commitment from some people in order to do the job, a lack of respect for the job, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, everyone does the job, but sometimes I think my standards are a little bit higher than others, and I've seen some people with their attitudes to what their dogs can do. They like to boast about their dog's biting ability and their dog's aggressive ability, which is obviously important in this job, but I think it's important to also realise that it has to be controlled, and I think boasting about that too much gives dog handlers, security dog handlers and security dogs a bad reputation. So I think sometimes people just go a bit over the top and they want to boast about their dog in a way that sometimes is negative. I mean, I boast about my dog as a security dog as a whole. I wouldn't say that I particularly just boast about his biting ability and what he can do to people, because I think that just gives you a bad rep. And when you think about it, really, it's really a small part of the job, and it's something that pretty much rarely happens. I'd just like to see us get a bit of a better reputation by the way that we talk about our job, the way that we do it, and also the way in which our dogs act.
Lead the way, let's go. Where you going? What is under the car? What's under there that you're so wanted? Come on, let's go then. Lead the way. So my second positive of this job is exercise. So on the site I'm on, it's not exactly big, so it's not loads of exercise. Get close. It's not loads of exercise, but with this job you will have sites where you get a lot of exercise, where patrols can take 20, 30, 40 minutes. So I think that's a good plus to this job as well, that you get out and do exercise. And for someone like me who plays golf, it's decent practice or exercise for that kind of stuff. So when I do go and play golf, I don't get tired. I can last a lot longer walking around, and after, let's say, 14-15 holes, I still have energy to go. So that's the plus side of it. Like I say, if you're going to go into this job, you have to be prepared in order to do a lot of walking and be fit enough to do it as well. So that is my second positive of this job. Lots of exercise and being out in the fresh air. Up. Yeah, good. And off. Ah, good boy. Yes. Wait. Nope. In. Wait. 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 Up. Good boy.
Playing Colts cricket and the odd game for the first of the month. I've got a handicap, and
so around the age of 16 you can actually join.
because of my study at boarding school, you know, boys boarding school, naked women, they weren't allowed naked women, but pretty women at that stage, and long-haired pop stars, you know, death row child of the people of this world. Mine was plastered with golfers or Leicester City footballers.
Was it really?
Yeah, so, you know, I was a real weirdo, like exclamation.
Okay, so we're just gone 2:30 now. It's been a pretty standard shift again. There's some bits going on out there. There's the dog's interested in some bits and pieces outside the site more than anything. I think where them sheep were in the last video, they're around there again. I've got a feeling that they're in the woods, and when we go out there they kind of get startled, or they keep treading on some twigs, and the dog keeps not detecting on them, but he's letting me know that there's something going on out there. So it's good on his part, that's his job, it's good on his part, and it's good training for him. But it's been happening all night, so either someone's sitting out there for a long time in the woods doing nothing, or it's going to be animals, possibly the sheep that we've seen. So my second dislike for this job is probably a bit of a funny one that you think I wouldn't come out with, and that's YouTube. So YouTube, when I wanted to get into this and I started looking around, I went on YouTube to try and find out more about the job, and I really couldn't find too much about it, and it was all videos that were going to get hits. It was biting videos, it was all of the cool stuff, or the stuff that are going to get hits, likes, watches, etc. And I'm hoping that's why what I'm doing is bringing a bit of a fresh perspective on it. Not only am I new to this, but also hopefully I'm bringing out the side of the job that is quite uncool, or the stuff that you really need to know. And things like article search. I think article search is really cool, but it's not going to get you views. I've done a video on it, and it hasn't got very many views because it's not very cool, because it's not exciting. So I'd say YouTube, it's a funny one because it's not really part of the job. But what I'm trying to say is that the only stuff you ever find out about this job is the cool stuff, which is the bite and things like that. And it's one of them jobs where the dogs get a bad reputation because that's all you can see. So that's my second dislike. Good morning. It is now just gone 5 o'clock, and it's been a pretty uneventful night. Not too much has really happened, it's been quite quiet. Like I said in my 2:30, or gone between 2 and 3 o'clock little update, there was some noises over in some bushes over there, but I can see the sheep are still out in the field, so I'm going to put that down to it being them, and obviously them noticing the dog and moving around and stepping on twigs and that. But other than that, it has been largely quiet, just doing some patrols and doing some bits and pieces. I think he's going to take me over to where they are now. Wait. 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 What? So that says to me that it was the sheep last night, and now he's seen what he was smelling last night. So it was coming from sort of this direction. Obviously, sheep are already there. But other than that, all is good. And we are home. We are home after the shift. So that was a pretty non-eventful shift. I'd say that 95 out of 100 shifts you do are going to be pretty much like that. Are you waiting? Are you waiting? There's a good lad. Go on then. Good boy. So it's now just before 8 AM. It's time for me to grab 5-6 hours of sleep before we go again for the second shift. So I'll catch up with you probably later when I get to site. So probably catch up with you in about 8 or 9 hours time.